It's the NFL on EA Sports, and we are at venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we, as the Bears get set to match up with Ryan Tannehill and the visiting Miami Dolphins. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and off we go from Soldier Field. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's beat, nigga. That was some fuck shit.
They begin the drive on the ground with Cohen, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Burton. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. Out of the gun, Trubisky. And this is incomplete. Trying to get it to Tariq Cohen out of the backfield. And now it's 2nd down.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Trubisky. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Here's Trubisky, finding Gabriel, complete. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Taylor Gabriel, 29 yards. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Parkey with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
Yeah, and how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen. No gain for the offense, big play for the defense.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Gonna look deep for Wilson. So they took a shot there on third down, couldn't get it. Now it's fourth.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They are going for it. It's Tannehill. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And coming up on their second drive of the game, had the touchdown last time out. Now they have the football back. Chance to really seize early momentum.
Feels to me like they had a really excellent week of practice, that it all came together. But I'll bet you it got galvanized in the locker room in pregame. Somehow I think the head coach, his oratorical skills were on point.
Now a play fake here on first down. Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Akeem Spence coming up the middle, gets him there for a loss of about 9. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. From the shotgun is Trubisky. And an alley to run. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on third down. Makes it manageable now.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. That's going to be caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Allen Robinson, 26 yards. And the Bears will add on to their lead. Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Here's Parkey now, set to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. And out come the Dolphins now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Akeem Hicks in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. Tannehill now to throw. And he finds Danny Amendola. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, Drake. And a solid run down inside the 30. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Eddie Goldman able to get him for a loss of about 3. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride. And they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
First foray into the red zone for Miami. They're looking at a 1st and goal from about the 9. They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Albert Wilson, the intended receiver there. That'll bring up 2nd down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
They certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Give him right around 4 on the carry. We'll see if they want to keep pounding here on 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
3rd and goal, it's Drake. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. This defense bending but not breaking. It's a gain of 3. It's now 4th and goal. Here's Tannehill. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. Albert Wilson, a 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Dolphins able to get this back within a touchdown. Big 4th down conversion for the score, and the defense, that is a tough pill to swallow.
Big time for them. How about them just deciding to go for it on 4th down? And, okay, forget the field goal, because that looked like an easy 3 points. Yeah, you might have had a defensive breakdown in there, but they pressed the issue and found a way to get it into the end zone. Give them big credit for that. And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Now it's Trubisky. He leaves this one for Howard. Fighting down past the 45. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
And this is Gabriel on the catch. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down. He'll leave it for Cohen, complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Trubisky to throw again. Oh, stays up, and he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Now Trubisky to throw. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And Parkey's kick is good. We now proceed to the start of the 2nd half. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now it's Tannehill. He dumps it off to Drake. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they're going to have a third down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
He had their lone TD earlier. Now he's got a first down.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Akeem Hicks in there to get him. His second sack now of the afternoon. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to him before? Now Howard stripped. He lost the football, and the Dolphins have got it.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have the center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. They go play action here on first down, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
Tannehill. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down. Here's Tannehill. And Wilson has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 2 big plays in succession, and the Dolphins on the move. Going old reliable there to the slot on third down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? You got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. Back to throw, Tannehill. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now Trubisky to throw on second. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Plain and simple. That's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Dancing to it. Now Trubisky lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
All the practice, all the training, all the meetings. In this situation, I know exactly what quarterbacks are taught. Take care of the football. That's job one, paramount. Because you cough it up here, you might be giving up 6 points real easy.
Tip of the cap to the defense, though, forcing the fumble. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Tannehill. And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills from 13 yards out. And the Dolphins use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. Sanders now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Pretty move. He's got a convoy, and he might be gone. 20, 10, touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with officially a 103-yard return. And the Bears will extend their lead.
That was a special return, and it happened because he's a special returner. He has to have that approval from his special teams coach's head coach to bring it out of the end zone.
But let's be honest, a lot of times when they bring it out of the end zone like he did there, they don't have approval. I mean, I think a lot of times they do, but correct me if I'm wrong. Sometimes it's just a guy getting a feel, right?
You're exactly right. What's the old adage? Sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules. And if you do, you're taking on some responsibility. But he was happy to do so there.
Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
To throw is Tannehill, and it's caught over the middle. Wilson, and down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. Tannehill sliding out of the pocket. Looking deep now for Amendola. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held him in check on the scoreboard. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. They'll try and pound it in with Drake. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kenyon Drake taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Dolphins have got it back to a 1-score game.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, spinning away. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. One-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
That one goes for 24 yards. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. They'll throw on first down with Trubisky. Wide open receiver complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And that one results in 35 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky on the move to his left. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
On second down, here's Trubisky. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Raekwon McMillan. Now the Dolphins are going to take another timeout here. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. From the shotgun is Trubisky. Escaping the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Xavier Howard with a good coverage that time as he was there and knocked it away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Play action. It's Tannehill. Amendola catching it left side. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. Probably had 60,000 thinking pass right there, including us in the booth.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That was a big call, big guts on that one. And guess what? That run, it'll pay dividends.
Hustle, we're walking, we're all
He'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Eddie Goldman. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. It's second and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. He'll get it up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Back to throw. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Kenyon Drake. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Dolphins can take the lead with the extra point. Sanders now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Robert Quinn in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Charles, I think back to your earlier statement about the visitors being the underdogs needing to win that turnover battle. And this defense, they forced 2 turnovers so far, a big reason why they lead this game.
Yeah, and I know defense is always talked about getting turnovers in bunches, getting those takeaways. 2's not a bunch, but it's plenty in this game, exactly the formula they need. I got to tell you, partner, I like it when you think back to something I said that actually comes true. It's actually right.
That happens more often than you might think. And they'll get the spike off with 6 seconds to go.
Let's go, let's go.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep, and he's got it. What a catch on the sideline.